Let's use Visual Studio 2012 to create a website. New website, file, new website. And for this exercise, let's make it Visual C#, even though we won't be using C#. We may be using it later on, so probably good practice to start making the website with the C# programming language. Okay. ASP.NET website. Let's browse to find a location. And it's in websites, and let's call this test one. And again, we've got this in websites, so I know where this is located. Folder does not exist. You want to create this folder? Yep, sure do. Yes. Okay. Now, this was an empty website, so we need to add something to it. So I'm going to click on my folder, and I need to be sure where I'm clicking at because I don't want to add it. If I click here, I would add it to the solution. If I click here, I'll add it to the folder. So I'm going to click here and add it to the test1 folder. And I'm going to add, and I right clicked. I'm going to add a new item, and the new item is a web form. Now, I have a lot of different choices, some of which we will be using later on, but for now, and you can take a look at some of these, but for now, let's just go with a web form and click and code in a separate page. And we don't have a master page yet. And instead of default.aspx, I'm going to call this module 01. Go ahead and add. And it adds a lot of the code for me already. So I can look in the design view. The design view is blank because we're not displaying anything yet. There's just a div tag waiting for us to start. Or we can go to source view, or we could split it if we want. So let's go to source view for now, and let's add our own code in there. So let's add an h1 tag. And say okay. And let's take a look at it in design view. Okay. Say that's the only thing we wanted and we're all done. So we have our folder called test1, module 1, and it's an ASP file. And we're going to go ahead and run this and debug, start debugging. It wants to know the page cannot be run in debug mode because debugging is not enabled. Do we want to enable debugging? Okay. So we can modify the web config so that we can enable debugging, and we want to do that. So it'll do it for us if we click OK. And it takes off, runs, gives us a web page, and our web page is welcome to ASP.NET. So we have it running with our little mini server under localhost. We have it displaying what we told it to display, and it's running as we told it to run. So we're all done with that. Now the next thing to do is to make sure that we have this saved, and then we will go and find the file, zip it, and upload it to the assignment. So everything should be saved. There's no asterisk on here, so we can go ahead and close this out. We're all done with this, and we can go find our file and upload it. So close this out, File, Close Solution. Do you want to stop debugging? Yes, we do. Okay, we're all done. So let's go find the file and zip it up. So I'm using Windows, and in fact version Windows 7 right now, and it created a websites folder for us, and in the websites folder there's a test 1. So in the test 1, what I can do is open that up, check and make sure that everything is there, looks okay. Okay, so I'm ready to zip this up. I can right click. A lot of different ways to do that. If you have installed 7-zip, or Windows comes with a compression program, so we can compress it. And again, we need to give it a unique name. Mine would be and test 1. So that's the name of our zip file, and we're ready to upload that. Okay, so we know where it's located at, Visual Studio 2012 websites, and we've got our zip file there. Okay, so let's go upload that. So I'm going to go to modules, the module 2 assignment, and over here on the right hand side I can submit my assignment, browse to find it, and here it is, test step 1, click open, and it's attached that file, so I can add my comments, and in this case let's go see what the comments are. I'll put the comments in here, answer these. Oops. And submit the assignment. So I have the attached file, I have the comments, and it's turned in. Okay, that's all there is.